Hey guys, how are you? My name is Sidhartha Mohanty, and today I'm going to talk to you about on a very interesting topic, that is men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So this book was written by Johngray, a famous American author and counselor, and this book was really useful for everyone, because we got to know that what is that one thing that holds men and women together, and what is that is different, that works for them. How do they behave differently? How do they think differently? And then uh, why do they do that? Why does it happen? What are the different psychological needs and thought processes and differences? Why do they think like that? Why do they have psychological differences? Why do they have different expectations? So many questions. Okay, we try to find answers of that. And very interestingly, I have three different examples to tell you, like for example brothers and sisters, for example husband and wives, right, and mom and dad. So there are different kind of relationships that we have in the society, and very importantly what happens is there is one thing that is common in all these relationships is love, because without love the relationships do not exist, uh, in spite of having a lot of differences. Because when you look at your father and mother, so since for last 30-35 years, you see that there was a different time when they lived happily with each other, with a black and white television and no mobile phones. They lived in that kind of world. Right now we are living in an online world. The worlds are very different, right? So what happens is people were thinking differently at that point of time. People are thinking differently at this point of time, right? There is a difference in the thought process. In spite of having all these differences, there is one thing that is common, is love. I already mentioned you. Because why? Because without love, even animals cannot survive, because they do have some kind of relationship, some kind of love with each other. That's why we have a different animal kingdom, we have a human kingdom, and we have relationships like this, like men and women, and we are a different, we are living in a different kind of ecosystem, human ecosystem, that is dynamic in itself. And love is that instrument, or is that tool that uh, you know uh, holds us responsible to live happily with each other. That is very, very important, because without that it is practically impossible to have a happy life, or a livable life, which we can cherish upon. So what I'm trying to say is, in spite of having all these differences, we still respect each other, and we should respect each other. uh, and then I'll give you another examples, like, so for example brothers and sisters. We in India, we have a very important festive occasion called Rakhi, where brothers tie Rakhi on the sisters' hands, and then they give money, and the sisters hope that the brothers save them in problem times, right? So that's what we believe. And what happens is, in spite of having a lot of differences, but we're being from the same blood, or maybe may not be, you may not be in the same, from the same family, but still you have a strong relationships, which love is very important here, because love is tying both of you together, and it gives you a long term way to live a happy life. And another example I tell you about husband wives, right? So in spite of having lot of differences between them, they still love each other and stay happily. And there are some people who break the relationships in between, with the hope that something will be all right, but something doesn't work out, and then they keep apart. So what happens is, adjustments is very important in a couple, right? So without adjustments, it is very difficult for anyone to live a happy life. Even if it is little bit, 1% or 0.5% adjustments, that is required. I mean, we can't have our ego in between and say that, okay, ego is something that is playing important role these days. You will see everywhere, you will see that people have ego for at least a small, for a small fraction, and they think that, okay, this is the thing which I have, and I have a special ego for that, and that is killing them, that is destroying and actually breaking the relationship. So what is important is love, which plays an important role in every kind of relationships that I mentioned. And in spite of having these differences, we are men and women from different directions, and in spite of having all these differences, they stay happily with each other, and they should stay happily with each other. And I would like to understand from all of you that what kind of relationships that you are. You may be a dad of someone, you may be a mom of someone, or maybe you are brothers and sisters or husband wives. How do you see your relationships growing, and how do you think that what is very important for you? Is love important for you? If what is your experience? So if you can share those experiences with me, it would be really nice, and we should share those experiences with all our communities and try to find out what people think. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, please keep writing your comments, and let's share this with our communities and friend circles and find out what people think. And I will meet you in the next video with some interesting conversation with you all. Thank you so much, and good night. Bye.